If there's one thing that I can tell you guys, especially living in different countries, we don't need all these degrees. You don't need, all this fancy education. You just need the basics. What I mean by the basics education is, reading, writing, basic math. But most importantly, you need communication skills. You need to know how to communicate with other races out here. You need to learn how to communicate amongst other people. You just need to know how to communicate and build relationships. See, we don't need all this fancy, degrees, and life is very simple. It's really basic. Life is so basic. It's just, when you're stuck in this matrix system, they make it so not basic for us. They make it so confusing, and we need to have these degrees. We need to have this certain criteria just to feel like we achieve some type of success. But really, life just requires simple. We don't need a whole bunch of cars. I used to have 7 cars. Like, what the hell's going on? I have 7 cars. Me and my girlfriend had 7 cars. Like, how the hell are we gonna drive all 7 cars? You know what I mean? So, and then shoes. I have a closet full of shoes in boxes I never worn. You don't need that many shoes. You see how we're so messed up on materialism and spending money, being on this consumerism. It's too much. And then you start realizing you don't need all this stuff. You just need the basic life essentials. And once you can break that down, it's a lot easier to live. But then you become a threat because a lot of people are in this system where, you have to fit in. You have to have the best car. You have to have that degree. You have to be married by this certain age. You have to have kids. Why not just battle against it? Why not just be free and live your true self and your true purpose? Something that God called you, intended you to be. If God wanted you married with kids at a certain age, He would do it for you. But if not, then you just got to accept it for what it is. And that's what's happening nowadays is, a lot of people, they're just stuck in this system thinking that life has to be this way. But let me tell you, it doesn't. When you start traveling more, you start going to these other places, people are a lot more happier with having less. I didn't think that would have been me. I thought I would have been, more upset not having, a lot. But I found out that, having less is actually better. I feel happier. I feel more at peace. I feel more successful, to be honest with you, if I can just help others and give some of these things that I owned away to them and bless them with the whole closet full of shoes I have, give it to other people that don't have shoes. If you have, a whole bunch of clothes and stuff and you're not really wearing them, give them away to people that need clothes. There's children, there's men, women out here that need shoes and clothes and they don't have it. But what I'm just basically trying to tell you guys is life's a lot better when you stop holding so much things. And I didn't think that was true until I started letting go of things myself. And I realized, man, life is a lot better when you can just let go of these things because that's actually holding you back. You got all these cars. What are you doing with them? When I had my 7 cars, my windshields would get broken. I was stressing, trying to figure out where I'm going to place all these cars at, all the car keys. Who can I trust? It's so much dumb stuff. Now it's like, just coasting, coasting, and coasting. And I want all you guys to experience that too as well. So just always remember that less is actually better. More is actually headaches. Peace and blessings.